Hey everyone, and welcome back. Another request I've been getting a lot of is for those working on backbends. Before we start, the issue I have with coaching you guys online is I can't see whether you're doing it safely, whether you're pushing yourself, or where in the body that you need to open up or are lacking a kind of awareness. So although I do want to teach you how to go into those deep and beautiful backbends, I don't necessarily feel like it's safe for me to do so and give you all the little flexibility tips and tricks that I know. Instead, I have done a nice short backbending flow for you all that's generally safe for you guys at home. Important thing with backbends is, yes, we want the big openness, but you also need the strength in the back and in the body to basically prevent you from any injuries from occurring. So hopefully this flow, it can be for all levels. I'll give different variations. Please listen to your body and just stay within your limits for now. Let your body just open up naturally. That being said, we are going to start with, if you have a yoga wheel, you can grab that now. If not, just 2 blocks for me. So we're just going to lay down. You're going to bring one block where the bra strap would be into the middle of the back, and another block will be resting on the head. So we're just opening up through the body already here. If you're uber flexible and feel okay to bring the block onto a higher length, feel free, but for me this is great. So relaxing through the arms and the chest. So notice I have my legs crossed. For you, you can bring soles of the feet together, or maybe straighten out the legs. And already just soften down here. Feel the weight of the body on the block. And just feel how nice that opening is within the chest. As you breathe in, feel the energy rising. As you breathe out, letting it go. 2 more. Inhale, find the expansion of the chest. And exhale to release. Last one, breathe it in. And breathe it out. Now on your next inhale, send the arms up and over the head. And exhale, bring them back down. So getting into the shoulders now. Breathe in, lift it up. Notice what the extra weight does to the chest. Exhale, bring it back down. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, let it go. Good. Now breathe in, send the arms up above you. And interlace the hands at opposite elbows for me. And just relax here. Keep sending that chest up high. And push those elbows towards the ground. If this doesn't feel comfortable, feel free to just keep the arms straight. And breathe. Hold for 3. For 2. And 1, slowly release. Good. Keep the right arm lifted for me. And just bend the knees. So roll off onto that right hand side. And just take the blocks away for a moment. And come to lay down onto your backs. And just relax here for a second. Notice the spine, notice all the vertebrae on the mat. And notice already the space you feel within the chest. So another part of backbends, especially if you're working into deep flexibility, especially in yoga, it's quite controversial when people say squeeze the glutes or not squeeze the glutes. If you're working on flexibility and not just yoga and not just opening and relaxing there, if you want deep backbends, for me it's essential to squeeze the glutes to actually engage and protect that lower back. It's controversial because they say once they're squeezed, the hip flexors come out and that's external rotation. But for me, safety-wise, this is why we're going to do it and warm up the glutes. So bring the feet in towards the bum and ground down through the heels. As you breathe in, lift the arms up, lift the hips up, squeeze at the top, and then exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, lift it up, push through the heels, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, bring it down. 3 more. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, down. 2 more. Breathe in, lift and squeeze it up. Breathe it out. Last one, hold. Inhale, lift, squeeze. If you can, ground down through the right foot, lift the left leg. Breathe. For 2, and 1, swap it down. Left leg down, right leg up, push into that left heel. For 3. For 2, and 1, slowly drop it down. Knees into your chest, give it a tiny bit of a shake if you need to. And then slowly come up towards a seat for me. Bring the arms forward and come into all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Taking a few rounds of cat-cat. So breathe in, drop the belly, lift the heart. As you exhale, start from the tailbone, tuck and round the upper back. 2 more. Breathe in, drop the belly, lift the heart. Breathe out to push and round. And last one, inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, hold it here. Squeeze the shoulders back, soften the elbows tight slightly and try not to lock them out. Breathe for 2. And 1, push and round. Good. Tuck the tailbone, push into the palms. Breathe and release for 2. And 1, slowly sink the hips back, come into a child's pose for me. Nice. So we're going to come into some back strengtheners now. So as you breathe in, roll the body up for me, as if you're coming in towards your cat. And then slowly, as you drop the hips, roll the shoulders, bend the elbows, find your cobra, inhale. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. Breathe in, lift it up. Breathe out, let it go. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Take a breath. So we're going to come back up into that cobra, but kind of holding it. So bring the toes together for me. Foreheads down, head and neck are nice and long. Hands underneath the shoulders, and now notice what's happening with the elbows. If your elbows are coming out wide, squeeze the elbows in towards the body and drag the elbows back towards the feet, and notice what's already happening to the chest. From here, ground down through the palms and lift the chest up. Squeeze the bum. Now for those who are flexible, you've probably already straightened your elbows. I don't want you to go there. I want you to bend the elbows, find the strength in the back. Squeeze the glutes, holding our cobra here. You'll know if you've gone too far because now, lift your hands. If you flop down, you've gone too far. Breathe. Hold for 5. Keep lifting the chest for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Let it go right here to the floor. A few big deep breaths. So we're going to go a little bit further with the strengthening in our backs. This time I want you to bring the hands right out in front of you. Thumbs pointing up. Head and neck's long once again. And now we're going to alternate hands and feet. So I want you to not only lift the right hand up, but instead send it away from the body first. Lift the right hand and again pull that left leg up and away from the body. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower it down. Opposite side, inhale, left arm, right leg, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, bring it down. 2 more each side. Breathe in. Right arm, left leg. Breathe out lower. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower. 1 more. Breathe it in, find the length, hold. For 2. And 1, drop it down. Straight away, left arm up, right leg lifts, breathe. For 2. And 1, lower. Now both arms, both legs, lift it up high. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Breathe. For 3. For 2. And 1, let it go, left ear to the ground. A few big deep breaths. And now slowly bring the hands underneath the shoulders and come back, find your child's pose. Good. So we're going to get into some more shoulder opening now for your back bends. So from here, lift the hips up for me. Bring the hips in line with the knees, and then walk the hands forward into a puppy dog pose. So for some of us, we let the head and neck go long. For some of us, we may be here, and this is all our chest can do, and that is fine. Try not to bunch yourself all the way back, sit onto the heels to get a little bit further. Just stay where you are. Your body is going to open up when it needs to. Good. So maybe forehead on the ground, maybe the chin, maybe the chest. Before you get too comfortable, push down through the palms. As you breathe in, round the upper back and lift the forearms off the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out, push that chest all the way down. Waving through our puppy dog. Inhale, lift it up, round the back. Exhale, sink it low. 2 more. Breathe in, push away from the floor. Breathe out, bring it down. The last one. Inhale to round. Exhale, letting it go. Hold it here, wherever you are. So breathing into that chest. And notice if you can bring your biceps down under towards the floor a little bit more. Opening that upper back, just giving you a little bit more opening. Option 1, you can stay here. Option 2, you can tuck the toes, push the heels towards the back. Option 3, which I'm really not ready for today, you can straighten your legs. Just like me, listen to your body. Hold. Breathe for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1, slowly raise up for me. Walk those hands back in towards your knees and give them a little bit of a shake. Good. So shaking through the shoulders. So back bends for me should be called all front line opening and not back bends. So now we need to open the thighs to get us nice and long for when we do our wheel poses, dancer poses, stuff like this. So when you're ready, come into a downward dog for me. Pedalate the legs if you need to. And then slowly take that right leg all the way up, as high up as you can. Bend the knee, open up that hip. Good. Try and bring that heel towards the glutes. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, knee in towards the nose, round in the upper back. Step the foot in between the hands. Good. From here, just take an inhale, look forward for me. Send the chest forward, send that left heel towards the back of the space. Notice what's going on with the thigh. Breathe for 2. And 1, drop the left knee on the ground. Take an inhale, rise. Come into that low lunge, good. So we're going to pulse a little bit here. Hands to the thighs, breathe in. As you breathe out, sink it down. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, breathe in, lift it up. Breathe out, sink it down low, hold it here. Push away from the floor, up and out of that waist, and shine the heart forward. Inhale, lift the arms up. Keep breathing. Back toes can be tucked or untucked, it's up to you. Hold for 2. And 1, slowly release. So already, if that was too much, come off a little bit. Don't add the block in, is what I'm going to do now. So for those who want a little bit more, block can come into the hands, push out of that right knee a little bit. And when you're ready, block comes up above the head. Bend back into that right knee. So notice I'm not just sinking, hanging out. Push out of that right heel. Take an inhale, lift the chest up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, just try and straighten that leg, come forward a little bit. 2 more. Inhale, bend the knee, lift it up and out of that waist. Breathe it in. Breathe out, slowly bring it back. Last one. Inhale, come forward. With or without the block, draw a line across the ceiling and hold it here. Breathe. For 2. And 1, slowly release. Good, block comes to the side. Hands go down, tuck the back leg, downward facing dog, and just shake it out a tiny bit. So notice if you were holding compression in your lower back, and see if you can, when we do the next round, just squeeze the glutes slightly to just protect and lift up and out of the floor. So we don't want to sink into our natural flexibility. We want to create integrity in the body. Left leg, raise it up. Left knee into nose. Good. Take an inhale, look forward. Push the right heel back, send the heart forward. Breathe. Squeeze the glute. Again, awareness to that right thigh. Find that lengthening, find that stretch. And then slowly drop the knee on the ground. Inhale to rise. Tuck the tailbone under, squeeze the bum, hands to the knee. Take a breath in. Breathe out, bring it down low. 2 more. Inhale, lift it. Exhale, bring it low. 1 more, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, sink it low and hold. Again, tuck to untuck the back toes, it's up to you. Lift the arms up for me. Try not to sink and go back. Push the floor away, lift it up. Squeeze the glute, breathe. Drop the head back if you can. Hold. For 2. And 1, slowly come back, straighten the leg a little bit. So if you did the block the first time, feel free and take it now. If you don't want to do it with the block, go without. Just use the hands up and down when you're ready. As you breathe in, send the block high, sink the hips down low. Lift up and out of that waist, breathe in. And then breathe out, slowly bring it back and straighten. 2 more. Inhale, draw in that line. Sinking a little bit deeper if you can. And exhale, bring it back. Last one. Breathe in, send it up and out, squeeze that glute. Lead with that chest. Breathe. Hold. For 3. For 2. And 1. Slowly come back. Nice. Block goes down. Hands go down. Tuck the right toes, step the right foot forward, and come to lay down onto your backs. Nearly finished. So the last and probably most common back bends will be your bridge and wheel pose, which I'll go through with you now. Staying at whichever variation is best for you. So feet close towards the bum. When you're ready, ground down through the heels, lift the hips up. Squeeze the glutes and pull those thighs in towards each other. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, interlace the fingers. Send the fingers towards the feet and keep pushing through the heels. Heart towards the back of the room. Hold. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Slowly release. Come down. Good. Resist the urge to pull the knees into your chest just yet. I'm going to do one more round. I will go into wheel pose, and from wheel pose, if you're already in your wheel and you need a little bit extra, I'll guide you from there. If honestly that bridge felt a lot for you, stay there and repeat. For those coming into wheel, bring the hands facing the shoulders. Good. Elbows up, pointing towards the ceiling, ground down through the feet. Now, first of all, push down from the feet, lift the hips, and come onto the crown of the head first. Make any readjustments you need to. And then when you're ready, push the floor away, lengthen up towards the sky. If already you're shaking, stay here. If you need more and want more, push into the heels and send the heart through the gates of the arms. Try and straighten the legs. If you feel like, okay, I know I can go there, I need a little bit more, pulse. Bend the elbows and knees, bring the head down, and then push and lengthen, send the heart through. Bend in the knees, bring it down. Push and lengthen, send the heart through. Now I see a lot of people now lifting their toes to give them a little bit extra. No. Ground down through the heels. Lift the toes, dig the heels down, send the heart back for extra space, breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let it go. Come down. Good. Now you can bring your knees in towards your chest. Rock from side to side and release. So there's your little back bendy flow. I'm going to end with one forward fold just to release the back of the body. So coming into a seat. Flex the toes for me. Straighten up through the spine, take a breath in. Your knees can bend, it's totally fine. And fold over through the legs. So kind of forget about the alignment and just go for the feeling of the release in the lower back. You don't have to push. You don't have to struggle and force. Just let the body melt into this space. And this is where I will leave you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment below. If you feel like you need a Shavasana after that, take all the time you need. Have a beautiful day.